You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Hey, it's Thad. My wife Jody and I own Palm Beach Fit Body Boot Camp and North Palm Fit Body. I wanted to address a question about caloric intake. It seems to be at the heart of a lot of discussions on our group and a lot of the questions that we get at the gym. It's all about reducing the amount of calories ingested. You hit a deficit, you will lose body fat. It's simple. Calories in deficit, lose body fat. Calories in, calories out. Well, even though it is true that obesity is caused by excess calories and fat loss is caused by a caloric deficit, it's a drastic oversimplification of this process. A drastic oversimplification, because simply put, all the foods we eat aren't the same and all the calories aren't the same. Let me give you a hypothetical here, just to get going in your brain here. Person one, I will call Brienne Burger. Brienne eats a solid diet of fast food, burgers, processed carbs, fries, etc. She eats 1 Butterfinger a day, 2 sodas, and a Twinkie. Her daily intake is around 2,500 calories. Now let's look at person number 2. Let's call him Paleo Joe. So Paleo Joe eats a diet of fresh veggies, grilled, sauteed meats, fish, healthy fats, nuts, and some fruit each day. His caloric intake is also about 2,500 calories per day. So, let's think about this. What do you think the bodies of Burger Brienne and Paleo Joe will look like after a 5-year run? Same lean muscle mass, same lean body fat percentage, same health markers? Do you think it's simply an issue of caloric intake? Well, I would like to break this down. I want to give you one simple example of how a calorie is not just a calorie. So let's get down to some science here. I'm going to compare 100 calories of fructose versus 100 calories of protein. And I'll start with the fructose here. What is fructose? Well, it's a naturally occurring sugar. It's found in, of course, high fructose corn syrup, agave nectar, beet sugar, and other sweeteners. Also, table sugar breaks down into fructose and glucose during digestion. So you get it from just basic table sugar. One of the problems is when fructose enters the digestive tract, it can be turned into glucose and stored as glycogen. But if the liver is full of glycogen, it basically gets turned into fat, which is then sent out into your body or lodged in the liver. And I've got a little video here on that.
This is the actor Brenton Thwaites. He's very kindly volunteered his body for the following demonstration. After sugar enters the body, it splits into 2 parts, fructose and glucose, both of which make their way to the liver. Now, once in the liver, the glucose is dealt with efficiently. It's either used immediately for energy, or it's stored for later, like a spare battery. But the fructose half of sugar is very different. The liver doesn't have a system to regulate the fructose because it was so rare in nature. So it hoovers it out of the bloodstream whether it needs it or not. And if all our spare batteries are full, then it rapidly turns it into fat.
Some of that fat is going to stay in the liver, and you're going to have increased risk for insulin resistance and diabetes.
What also happens is that this fat in the liver is then sent out into the bloodstream as triglycerides, which can lead to excess weight, plus blocked arteries and heart disease. Now, when we're eating lots of sugar and other carbohydrates like bread and pasta, we're producing lots of glucose. A hormone called insulin is released, which is like a key that helps to open our cells' doors so they can absorb all the glucose, remove it from the bloodstream, and burn it for energy. The more glucose in the blood, the more insulin is released. But the key point for us is that while this insulin is in the blood dealing with all the glucose, it tells our fat cells to hold on to the fat. It actually turns off our fat-burning processes. So when we're eating lots of sugar, we're putting fat into our bodies via the fatty liver. Plus, because of all the glucose, we maintain the level of insulin, which tells our fat cells to hold on to the fat. We can't burn off fat when insulin is around dealing with all the sugar. This is what may be happening to a huge number of the population.
Yikes! Another downside is fructose doesn't lower the hunger hormone, Ghrelin. This means you can eat a ton more before your body's hormonal response tells you you're full. And that's obviously not a good thing. I think we've all gorged on fructose before. I know I have. So, 100 calories of fructose daily may increase your insulin resistance over the long term, increase fat storage, and lead to higher Ghrelin levels and therefore daily increased appetite. Let's talk about protein. What's protein do? Well, let's look at just 100 calories of protein. Depending on the source, chicken, eggs, whey, beef, soy, about 20 to 30% of the calories in the protein will be spent just digesting. And that's because the body's metabolic pathway to use that protein requires energy. And it's unlike fructose, which is basically you're just ingesting a form of energy right off the bat. Protein also increases levels of fullness and boosts your body's overall metabolic rate. So you'll actually burn more calories just living and breathing. In addition, increased protein can be used to build muscles on your body, which are metabolically active tissues that burn calories around the clock. So if you're lifting and working out, I mean, you're building muscle, protein's your friend. In summary, protein versus fructose, clearly 100 calories of fructose has completely different effects on the body than 100 calories of protein. And there are a ton of other similar calorie foods like this that absolutely matter. It absolutely matters the quality and type you intake.
And here is a perfect example of how dumb calorie counting can get. Here's roughly 100 calories of apple and 100 calories of soda.
When you're comparing a similar nutrition profile, for example, Brienne Berger, comparing her diet to a diet where she ate one less Twinkie per day, she would be better off ingesting the less calories from that Twinkie. On the same note, if Paleo Joe wanted to drop some body fat and his current 2,500 calorie nutrition plan needed optimized, certain foods could be swapped out or removed to put his body in a more of a caloric deficit. So the cool thing about our lower carbohydrate, paleo styled approach to nutrition is that most people have success merely by changing the foods they eat, not the amounts. So rarely do Jody and I, when we're dealing with nutrition plans and our clients, rarely do we have to tell people to eat less. More often, we have to be sure people are eating enough.
Please post your comments below and feel free to contact us, phone, text, email, whatever, Facebook message. We are here for you. And if you mention this video at our West Palm or North Palm location, we will give you a free week to come try us out. Hit us up. Thanks for watching.